Have you ever thought, why don't they want to commit to me? What's wrong with me? Why aren't I good enough? Well, guess what? Today in this video, that's what we're going to talk about. I have the answer of how you can change this. So stay tuned. Amanda here from createyourfuture.co. So I'm a law of attraction coach, and today we're going to talk about why it isn't about you. So I'm actually going to share a story about my life that is going to help you to be able to see how we create things and how we can change things around. So if you haven't already subscribed, definitely subscribe, hit the bell icon below, because I do put out new videos every Sunday, Wednesday, and Friday. Each one of them designed to help you create something wonderful in your life. So years ago, I was dating this person, and we'll just call him Jerry. Okay. And I was dating Jerry, and I had created that Jerry didn't want a relationship because he had been married before, and it didn't work out. So he had baggage. Okay. So this whole time that I created that, it was like for at least 6 years, me and Jerry were dating, and it was always just friends with benefits. And I'd keep asking Jerry, like, oh, why don't you want to, let's get into a relationship. And he'd be like, no, I don't want one. I don't want one. I don't want one. So basically, after 6 years of that, I finally had enough. Okay. And I decided one day to ask him when we broke up. I finally had the nerve to ask him, because I always kept thinking for the whole entire relationship, what's wrong with me? Why doesn't he want a relationship with me? What's wrong with me? What do I need to change? Why aren't I good enough? Right? And then finally, that day that we broke up, I sat down and I finally had the nerve to ask him. I was like, look at Jerry. I'm like, you know what? I'm like, this is over. It's not working for me. I want more. I said, but there's one thing I want to know. And he says, what's that? I said, you never wanted a relationship with me, and I want to know what was wrong with me. And he stopped and he was like, Amanda, there's nothing wrong with you. He's like, I didn't want a relationship with anybody because I had a bad marriage and I had baggage from that. And I was like, oh my goodness. So for that whole entire time, because I created him to not want a relationship because he has baggage, and what it turned out is that was the whole reason why he didn't want a relationship. So instead of me actually just stopping and saying, I intend for him to be over his baggage and to be ready for a relationship, in turn, I turned around and made that all about me, thinking that I wasn't good enough. Okay. So I created an intention. So if I, for instance, create that Jerry, isn't faithful and doesn't want a relationship. And then I say, Jerry, do you want a relationship? Why do you keep cheating on me? And he's like, oh, because I don't want a relationship. You can't nail me down. Okay. Then turn around and make it that I'm not good enough. No, all I need to do is change that intention. I intend for Jerry to be faithful. I intend for Jerry to want a relationship. Change the way that I create Jerry. So yeah, if you've created people that you're trying to manifest in your life in a way that isn't working for you, instead of turning it on yourself and saying, why aren't I good enough? What do I need to change? You don't have to change anything. You're perfect. The only thing that you have to do is recreate the way that they show up to you. Okay. Recreate them. Look at the best in them. Of course they want a relationship. Of course they want to be with me. Okay. Anyways, that's my video for today. Thank you for liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing. You guys are all absolutely amazing, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.